Now, as tensions in Afghanistan grow, some lawmakers are asking for U.S. troops to be brought home now rather than waiting until 2014.
But some say pulling out early could cause even more problems. News 8's Carrie Vick joins us with more on the situation in Afghanistan.
The relationship between Afghanistan and the U.S. troops has steadily gotten worse. It started heating up at the beginning of February when copies of the Quran were burned at a U.S. airbase. But is pulling out as quickly as possible the best option? Retired Army officer Mike Todd says the mission in Afghanistan is largely focused on the people.
Really, our objective is to link the people of Afghanistan with their government. I mean, that's the main thing, so that we can go ahead and eventually leave.
But a series of events starting in February, including copies of the Quran being burned at a U.S. airbase and an American soldier killing Afghan civilians, has put that mission in jeopardy.
My estimate is those villages that were friendly are now neutral. Those that were neutral are now hostile, and of course the ones that were hostile are still hostile.
The mounting tension is one reason why Wisconsin Representative Ron Kind wants the troops to come home now.
You've got so-called Afghan allied soldiers who are supposed to be serving next to ours, turning their guns on our troops, and American civilians being shot in Afghan ministries. It's time to turn over the responsibility for the security operations to the Afghan people.
But the turmoil is something Todd says could mean more time is needed, not less.
Because you're going to have to go back and repair relationships, and that is going to take time. That is not something that's going to go quickly. So I think the incidents that have happened really kind of should have pushed that timeline farther out.
Extra time, Representative Kind says we can't afford to pay for.
$2 billion that we're investing in Afghanistan every week, I think can be better spent here at home where we have our own nation building to do.
But Todd warns pulling out now might undo all the work the 10-year war has done so far.
I don't think the Afghans are ready to go ahead and do their own security. So there's certainly going to be quite a bit of risk. If they're not ready, that is an opportunity for the Taliban to go ahead and increase their power and take advantage and attack them while they're still relatively weak.
Something Representative Kind isn't worried about.
There are going to be military advisors left behind to continue to work in training and the equipping of Afghan security forces. I think it's a reasonable thing to expect at this stage.
Representative Kind says 23,000 troops are expected to return home this summer.